Hey, what's up, Lux community? Now, I want to share something with you. I just shared this with my client community in our private Facebook group, and I was like, ooh, this is really good. I need to share this with the masses. So listen here. If you traditionally have done diets and you've always felt like deprived and angry, and you felt like you couldn't eat everything that you wanted, and you just felt like this is painful, trying to lose weight is painful, I want you to listen closely, okay? Because this very subtle shift in your thinking may change everything about your weight loss experience, okay? And it is an experience, it is a journey, it is a thing that you should be learning and growing from. So most of us with the traditional dieter's mindset, and you know who you are, right? You people who've been on a ton of different diets, you approach food as a way of like bad food, good food, right? So you see something you want to eat and you're like, ooh, I really want to eat this, but I'm trying to hit this goal, I'm not going to eat it, right? And so your thought is automatically like, I am not going to eat this because I need to hit my weight loss goal. When you think, I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to enjoy this, I'm going to grit my teeth and white knuckle my way through and avoid this craving, what you're doing is you're creating a feeling of deprivation. You're creating a feeling of missing out. You're creating a feeling of like sadness or angriness or just not a good feeling, right? Because you really want this plate. Oh, here's a great example. Stressed out from work, come home, lots of traffic. You come into the kitchen and what do you see? Like a plate of cookies. And the first thing you want to do is grab and reach the plate of cookies, but you're like, oh, no, I'm not going to enjoy these cookies because I really want to get to my goal weight. Now, for those of you who just ignore that and eat the cookie, that's another video, right? But for those of you who have enough restraint to not enjoy the cookie, you're turning away the cookie and you're feeling some type of way about it. You're feeling deprived. You're feeling like you're missing out. You're like, oh, I really wish I could eat that cookie, but I'm not going to do it. All right, here's the subtle shift. Here is what I want you to change when you have that stressful day. You've been sitting in traffic for hours. You finally walk in the house. You walk into the kitchen. You see the plate of cookies. I want you instead of thinking like, ooh, I'm not going to eat these cookies, I want you to think like this. I want you to put on the mindset of the woman who weighs your goal weight, right? So just for example, your goal weight is 130 pounds. I want you to look at that plate of cookies and think like the woman who weighs 130 pounds instead of the woman who's walking in the door, stressed out, been sitting in traffic, and she weighs 170 pounds, right? The 170 pound woman is like, oh, I really want the cookies, give me the cookies. The 130 pound woman is going to be like, oh, that's not what I do. I don't use food to make myself feel better. I don't want the cookies. I don't even feel like I want the cookies, right? That thought, that mindset of you thinking like the 130 pound woman is so much more empowering, right? It gives you that feeling instead of deprivation. It creates a feeling of capability. It creates a feeling of empowerment. It creates a feeling of like, we don't do cookies, right? That's not how we roll. And we just keep going about our evening, right? And the cookies are like practically non-existent. So if you catch yourself thinking like a traditional dieter when you're looking at food and you're making these decisions about what you're going to eat, what you're not going to eat, and you're putting all of this mind drama around it and you're making yourself feel terrible, I want you to stop. I want you to pause and just take a minute and think again and say, okay, what does the woman who weighs my goal weight, what is she thinking in this situation? How would she handle this plate of cookies? How would she handle this cheeseburger and french fries right now? How would she handle this plate of loaded nachos? Or how would she order from the menu right now, right? What is she thinking? And the more you can think like her, the more decisions you can make in her mindset, guess what? The weight will begin to come off and it won't feel so painful. You won't feel deprived and you won't find yourself white knuckling your way to your goal weight, because what do we know? When you do that, when you depend on willpower alone to lose the weight, what happens? At some point in time, those cravings take over and you don't have the willpower to say no. So we don't want to do that anymore, right? We want to begin to make all of our decisions, every single thing around from the brain of the woman who weighs your goal weight. All right, that is what I wanted to share with you guys today. Have a luxe day.